What does that sound, you ask?
From the number one station, you come.
Welcome to the Rec Show podcast, a show dedicated to beatmakers around the world. Kick back, relax with the host, Gldnmnd.
And know your worth. Word is bond, word is life, word creates their birth. Be true to yourself and know your worth. Word is bond, word is life, word creates their birth. Be true to yourself and know your worth. Word is bond, word is life, word creates their birth. Breathe in, cleansing the temple of a residue simple. Breathe out toxins, lock, block that can edge you.
Peace. What up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's counting their blessings and not their problems. Having a good weekend. Hope y'all vibing out, man. Just staying chill. Staying safe, drinking your water, taking care of your mentals, man. All that stuff, man. Yo, listen, welcome back to episode number 33 of the Rec Show podcast. I go by the name of Gldnmnd, and I welcome you. If this is your first time, welcome to the show, man. If you're returning, thank you for listening, man. I appreciate you, man. And we're gonna vibe out again, man. Keeping New Jersey this week again. We got another New Jersey native. He goes by the name. Well, let me say this first. He's an instrumentalist, a beat maker. He owns his own multimedia company. He goes by the name of YTC Music. Y'all welcome YTC Music to the show. And we gonna vibe out, man. Get to know him a little bit. I threw some different questions at him this week. And man, it's gonna be a good show. Y'all gonna vibe out, man. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back, man. Peace and love, yeah.
Another one.
Peace, this is YTC, straight out of New Jersey, and you're plugged into the Rec Show podcast with Gldnmnd.
back, man. We back. Yo, that is Where We At. That's a GPC remix. Yeah, man. By, of course, YTC. Shout out to YTC, man. Yo, so we gonna get into an interview right now, man. Yeah, man. YTC, welcome to the show. So, yeah, man. I just wanted to start off the interview by saying, for beatheads that might be asleep, please introduce yourself, where you're from, what your name means, and how your name was.
All right. Well, my name is YTC. I currently reside in Bloomfield, New Jersey. The name YTC, I get asked this question a lot, actually. The name YTC actually stands for Yours to Create. The way I came about the acronym was from this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This came during a time where I was really focused on bettering myself and, self-development. And I came across a quote in the book that said, "Be the designer of your world and not merely the consumer of it." This line really struck a chord with me, and, I interpreted it as, this world is yours to create. So, this definitely resonated with me, because at the time I was actually on a hiatus with the whole music thing. And after I read that, I was like, fuck it, why not? Let me create my own world and not let it create me. So, that's basically the gist of how YTC, the name actually came about.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's a dope way to bring that about, yo. Yours to create, man. Yo, books, man. Yo, I'm reading some crazy books right now, too, man. I'm gonna put that out on my Twitter, though. But anyway, yo, so, how did you begin your journey into music?
I began my journey into music, I think like a lot of other beat makers and producers that I talked to, and that started with me being an MC. I was actually in a group called Constant Elevation, which later turned into AIC, All I Seen, with my cousins and some guys out in the BX in Queens. We used to do a lot of shows in the city and college radio stations and all that. And this is actually the time where I really dug into music and, considered it a part of me and a part of my life moving forward. I always loved listening to music before this, but, this is the time where I really got into, creating it and, making something that I can call my own. So, yeah, my journey into music began, as an MC.
I go by This Is Unusual, and I'm from Union City, New Jersey. You are now plugged into the Rec Show podcast with the one and only Gldnmnd.
You don't stop, That's flex with the real hip hop. The hop, you don't quit. That's flex and we came to rip shit. The hop, you don't stop. That's flex with the real hip hop. sets. Can't forget the gold. In case you didn't know, the flow is fat like Joe. Yo, you niggas didn't know that I'm back, man. You whack, man. I eat a rapper like a Pac-Man. I figured you bring it straight from the cellar. Varela, packing more hits than Lou Panella. I swallow, nigga in his eye. If he tests me, you don't impress me. Yo, books kick the rest, G. One time for your mind. Hey, yo, what up? The crew bringing the ruckus. No doubt we's the roughest dream team. Reign supreme like the Cutlass getting duckers. The dope, you can't touch the flow. It's me, the nigga with G, the B, double O, K, S. So say yes and bust your caliber when I pop shit and rock shit like Metallica. Stakes through the hearts of them snake fake niggas. Come on up in my face, jealous of my tape niggas. So honey, shake your fingers and show me what you got. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to real shit. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to real shit. Next nigga to quote me. I hope he got more miracles than Smokey. Won't be no discussion. Strictly head crushing, lead rushing through your body. You're in my danger field like riding like how. I'm back up in that ass, G to plow. And now we got the game to a T like how. Allow to introduce myself and my people. Straight from the sewer, staying true to the streets. Well, it's me, crazy Dracy, bringing up the rear. I swear, we got to hold it down there, yeah. So there, now let me crack the beer and kick my feet up. Turn the heat up and spiggity smoke all the weed up. Kids are eat up with the style that's the newest. My crew is getting more run than Carl Lewis. It's from the sewers, now you see me on the top. So stop and recognize the niggas on your block. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to real shit. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to real shit. Seasons irrelevant and delicate to the texture, but this style of mine is well defined like Webster's. Ain't about a nigga roar from the Jordan, the jabber jibber when I get stoned like Sharon from Slipper. Rickety rip the microphone to shreds. Dread, yo come and hit these niggas in the head. Connect my rhymes like Lego, so let go my ego. I burn you like Waco, you need more than Mako. I take it to your crew and keep it moving like I'm U-Haul. I'm here to school y'all, figure these faggots like RuPaul. I throw a screwball and strike out the MC. And if he tempts me, I knock him out like Jack Dempsey. I burn some Sensi to chase it with the Guinness. The illest, now hit me with the hook because I'm finished. The hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to rip shit. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to rip shit. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't stop. DAWs Effects with the real hip hop. To the hip dip, the hop, you don't quit. DAWs Effects and we came to rip shit. No doubt, represent. Anything with the rhyme.
Yeah, man, yo, that's that DAWs Effects remix. Real hip hop. Yo, YTC, man. Yo, I told y'all. Yo, man. That's it's so dope, man. Though, listen. So, YTC, man. Creatively, like, what goes on in your mind as you hear samples or sounds you want to use in your production? Yeah. And then I always ask this too, like, melodies or drums?
When I dig for sounds or samples to use, I usually just listen out for things that strike a chord in me. You know, it could be a 1 second percussion note or, you know, a whole 4-bar loop. But, you know, I don't really have a set process for finding that inspiration. You know, I just usually listen and just let it hit me. You know, sometimes you just hear something and be like, damn, you know, I gotta rewind that. Yeah, that's what I look for. You know, when I'm digging for samples or trying to find some sounds to use. melody or drums first? This is the question, a lot of producers ask, and I think it really depends, If I hear a melody in my head, or just feel like messing around on the keys, I'll usually go with the melody first. But for the most part, I just like to get a groove going first, and then I start playing along with that. So, I gotta say drums first, it depends.
Yeah, I feel you, yo. So what DAWs or analog gear do you use to create your beats, your music? And is there a specific reason why you use those tools? Because they are tools ultimately when it comes down to it. They help you get your creative ideas out to everybody, So why those DAWs or analog gear? That's why I asked that question, yeah.
Yeah, man, I actually use a bunch of different ways to make music, but if I had to narrow it down, I would say Logic, my Machine MK3, the SP404, and Koala. In terms of creativity, I feel like, the Machine and Koala, they really help me with, getting my ideas out without overthinking shit. With those, I sort of just let it loop, and then I start adding layer after layer of sound. So creatively, I think those two help me a lot. The SP, that helps me with keeping things simple. Not having too many things in the way, adding, effects and VSTs and whatnot. The restrictions on that, I just think helps me with getting the ideas out and not overthinking shit again. And Logic is kind of like my all-around tool. I use it for mixing. Sometimes, I make, the beats, straight in Logic. But mainly I use it for mixing, and then, if I'm laying down live instruments or, a synth or whatnot. Those are the tools of the trade for me.
What's up? This is U4. You're checking out The Rec Show with Gldnmnd.
That DB Flip Sessions 5, yo. Telling y'all, man, yo. And then before that was The Real. Telling y'all, man, yo. YTC, man, y'all check him out, man. Check his links. I'm gonna leave the links in the bio. But, YTC, New Jersey is where you reside. So, what were your musical influences growing up? And then part two of that is, what is one moment that stands out in your childhood regarding music?
I mean, growing up in Jersey, being so close to the city was, huge in terms of, musical influence. I also, grew up during the golden era of hip hop. So, being here in the tri-state during that time was huge. I didn't really grow up in, so-called musical household. But, my folks were always playing like classic rock and old joints and stuff, you know, shit you would hear on like 106.7. You know? I think that's an NY and J thing. So, but yeah, there's a lot of influences, man. You know, how much time do I got with this answer, man? Like, you know, I gotta say, you know, I gotta go with the usual suspects, you know, Wu-Tang, Tribe, Nas, Jay, Slum Village, Gangstar, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I really, you know, got into the Roots, Little Brother, you know, quote unquote neo soul stuff, you know, even like Maxwell, Raphael Sadiq, you know, everybody in that Soulquarian rotation, and you know, just a bunch of underground hip hop, you know. That's kind of what I was into late 90s, early 2000s. You know, I also was influenced by a lot of 90s R&B. So, you know, like Jodeci, Blackstreet, Mint Condition, John B, you know, that list goes on and on, you know. Also Stevie, you know, OGs like Stevie, Bill Withers, you know, even, you know, doo-wop music, you know. So, you know, there was a wide variety and array of, you know, things that I was listening to as a kid that, you know, influenced me and, you know, how I approached the music and, you know, how I felt about music. You know, it probably isn't too original, but, you know, fuck it. You know, it was still memorable for me, you know. You know, it was the day that I first heard Illmatic. I was chilling in the car with my older cousins who were the ones that actually put me on the hip hop and music for the most part. And, you know, we were hotboxing the whip in the park in New Brunswick, and my cousin pops the Illmatic tape in. Probably aging myself with that. But yeah, he put the tape in, and I was going crazy, man. I was going nuts. Everything about that tape was crazy to me, man. Like, you know, the first thing I noticed was, you know, Nas's flow, his cadence, wordplay, you know, everything that he was, you know, laying down on the track. And then, you know, the second part to that was, you know, the legendary beats, you know, that was on that tape. So, you know, that moment really, you know, I remember it clear as day. So, and that was actually the first time that I really got into hip hop like that. So definitely probably one of my most memorable moments in regards to, you know, music.
Checking out Strawberry Juice, and the track before that was Pretty Browns, another DB Flip Sessions, number 2. Yeah, yo, we back, man. YTC music, man. YTC, man. Yo, so listen, this is a different question I'm gonna ask this time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we are responsible for teaching the younger generations, or the ones underneath of us, about our history, hip-hop history, right? So I'm gonna just ask that question. So what are the you know, the 5 elements of hip-hop are, like DJing, MCing, breaking, graph, beatboxing, right? So which element did you begin your journey with, and like what was it that sparked your interest about that?
Yeah, man. I know these elements very well. I actually began my journey into hip hop with MCing. Like I said, MCing was my main thing that I did when I started out. And like I said, that's what actually got me into beat making. I was making beats for myself and, rhyming over them. I tried breakdancing, but, I was fucking horrible at that. I was able to pull off, windmill or two, some freezes on a good day. I love breaking, never was really good at it. I was also into, graffiti and tagging when I was younger. I remember my tag was tiny because I was such a young, small dude running around tagging shit all up. Got into a lot of trouble with all that back in the day. But definitely wasn't DJing like that. I got a bunch of homies that are DJs. Shout out to Elite Camp, in Jersey. But never really got into DJing, and beatboxing is just like breaking. I tried, but horrible at that as well. So man. Definitely respect it, though. Definitely respect the 5 elements of hip-hop.
Yeah, man. Yo, gotta respect the 5 elements of hip-hop, man. So listen, next question is, there's a game I have called Superheroes, right? You play it by naming your childhood, teenager, and adult beat maker or music producer superheroes.
Major killer.
No genre is off limits, my guy.
I mean, I get influenced by a lot of different stuff. When as far as beat makers and producers, I guess I had to say my childhood producer heroes would have to be Primo, RZA, Q-Tip, Pete Rock, Large Pro. Man, there's a bunch. A bunch of others from the golden era, but those are the names that are coming and standing out for me right now. In terms of my teenage years, I'd have to say, Dilla, of course, Ye, Just Blaze, who else? High Tech, Ninth Wonder, Gldnmnd, M Phases, Salam Remy, Alchemist, Neptune. Man, there's so many, bro. Then on to adult years, I probably had to go with, I'm just naming stuff off the top. Of course, Madlib, Apollo Brown, Odyssey, just a bunch, man. More recently, though, that aren't really in the realm of hip-hop, would probably be FKJ and Gldnmnd that I fuck with heavy, man. Those guys, they really inspired me, to get back behind the boards and start cooking up some music again. So, FKJ and Gldnmnd, more recently. I know I missed a bunch, and some of those might overlap generations, but fuck it, man. I'm getting old, man.
Come with the weak shit, I break it. Step into my zone, mad rhymes will stifle ya. Lines like rifles go blast when I kick some ass. A lot of rappers be like one-time wonders. Couldn't say a fly rhyme if there was one right under their noses. I hate those motherfucking poses, but I'm so real to them it's scary. And with my unique skills, nah, you can't compare me. And no, we don't make whack tracks. And all the suckers get pushed back when I'm kicking real facts. I represent, set up shit like a tent boy. You're paranoid cause you're a son like Elroy. And you'd be happy as hell to get a record deal. Maybe your soul you'd sell to have mass appeal. I'm greater than all MCs. when I breeze, give me room, please. I be like fascinating when I be updating, cutting off white kids, pulling their trump cards. I thump hard and make them say that I'm God. Niggas be pretending they're hardcore, never know the meaning of. But I get props like a slogan, and no man could ever try to diss when I kicks my jams. Lyrically deaf and connecting, complete mic record. No double checking, vocals kill like weapons. But if I have to, I go all out with no mic. Yeah, that's right, cause I survived mad fights. And for my peeps, I truly care. Cause without some of them, I wouldn't be here. And they all know how I feel. The suckers be like playing themselves to have massive appeal.
Yo, check it, 1 for Charlie Hustle, 2 for Steady Rock, 3 for the 4th coming live, Future Shock. It's 5 dimensions, 6 senses, 7 firmaments of heaven and hell, 8 million stories to tell, 9 planets faithfully keep an orbit with the probable 10. The universe expands length, the body of my text possess extra strength. Power lifted, powerless, up out of this terror and inferno. My ink so hot it burned through the journal. I'm blacker than midnight on Broadway and Myrtle. Hip hop past all your tall social hurdles like the nationwide projects, prison industry complex. Working class poor, better keep your alarm set. Streets too loud to ever hear freedom ring. Say it back in when you sleep. It's dangerous to dream, but your chain cats get they your bam. Dead now, killing fields need blood to graze the cash cow. So numbers game, but shit don't add up somehow. Like I got 16 to 32 bars to rock it, but only 15% of profits. Ever seen my pockets like 69 billion in the last 20 years spent on national defense, but folks still live in fear like nearly half of America's largest cities is 1/4 black. That's why they gave Ricky Ross on the crack. 16 ounces to a pound, 20 more to a key. A 5-minute sentence hearing and you no longer free. 40% of Americans own a cell phone so they can hear everything that you say when you ain't home. I guess Michael Jackson was right. You are not alone. Rock your hard hat black as you in the Ceradome full of hard niggas, large niggas, dice tumblers, young teens in prison greens facing life numbers. Crack mothers, crack babies, and AIDS patients. Young bloods can't spell, but they can rock you a PlayStation. This new map is whipping motherfuckers' ass. You wanna know how to rhyme? You better learn how to add. It's mathematics.
Mighty most definitely.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out. I'll revolve around science.
What are we talking about here? Mighty most definitely.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out. I'll revolve around science.
What are we talking about here?
Peace, peace. This is the homie Economy from Jersey, and you're now rocking with the Rec Show podcast with the homie Gldnmnd. You living life like it's golden over here, baby. You feel me? You dig?
Yeah, man. So listen, yo. Now that you're a little older and wiser, what would your advice be to the younger you? Like if you were speaking to the a 13-year-old you, what would be the advice you would give to yourself about when you first, starting to make beats, trying to figure it all out? And then also, what would be your inspiring words to artists being creative while working maybe 1 or 2 jobs to support themselves and still maintain their creativity?
My advice would be just keep going, no matter what. On my whiteboard right now, I have 2 words, patience and consistency. You gotta be patient with this shit, man. Don't try to jump the line because, it never works that way. Being patient will help you learn, and it will also help you be at peace with the way things are when you're creating. especially in the social media day and age when, you know, you wake up, you turn on your phone and you see a bunch of, you know, what other people are doing and, you know, where they're at, you know, and you start thinking, why am I not there? You know, I think just coming to terms with, you know, all right, you know, let me be patient with this. It takes time. You know, I think, you know, doing that and having that mindset, you know, can help you when you're creating and be at peace with that. You know what I'm saying? So the other part of that, you know, being consistent with your routines until they become habits, you know, and second nature, that plays a big part in trying to get to where you're going. You know, find out who you are, find out who you want to be, and take the steps to get there. And by doing these steps consistently, no matter what, you know, time management, man. Time management is super important when you got a lot of responsibilities and you got a lot on your plate. You know, time management. For me personally, man, you know, I got a 9-to-5, a wife, 2 kids. You know, I also own a digital media agency on the side, so I can relate to this very well. I keep a tab on everything I need to do a month out. And also every morning I wake up and write out the tasks that I need to get done for the day. You know, I also block out chunks of time dedicated to each separate task. So, you know, to put it plain and simple, manage your time. And like I said before, you know, be consistent. Be consistent with your routines. And then, you know, those turn into habits and then you don't even have to think about it, man. So, patience, consistency, and, you know, time management, man.
So listen, I always ask this, right? Because it's all about who you know. It's all about your network, right? Your network is your net worth. You know what I mean? All that type of jazz, man. If you're reading, and so I always want to know, like, what is the beat maker music production scene like beat battles and everything, like in the city where you live at in New Jersey, and then like how do you connect with like-minded beat makers and producers such as yourself where you live at, or even in New York or the surrounding area, Delaware. If we got some in Delaware, I know we got some in Delaware. I just gotta find them, man. But yeah, let me know.
The beat culture scene here in my area is actually pretty non-existent, man. I usually have to travel to NY for beat sets and showcases and whatnot, and most of the time they're in BK. There might be a scene out here, but I just haven't crossed paths with any beat makers in the area. There's a few in JC, a few joints in JC, Jersey City that I've been meaning to check out, but, you know, I feel like that's few and far between. The main way that I've been connecting with other beat makers has been social media mainly, IG and Twitter. That's really where I've been able to find, you know, other like-minded individuals who are really into the beat culture like that. You know, so Especially during, the quarantine and during this whole COVID, I was able to really connect with a lot of talented and like-minded individuals through the social media channels.
Yeah, man. So, man, that's a shame, man, because, we got so many dope people, man, like, that's making great music, amazing music. I want to, like, get them out there to the world, you know what I mean? Like, my guy, Brain Orchestra, if I could ever get him on the podcast, man, y'all let him know, man. I've been looking for him, man. I sent him a message. It was like last year, months ago, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, but I know you're busy, man, but if I could ever get him on the show, man, it would be dope too, yo. So I just always, wonder about that. So let me ask you something, like, so how do you think artists such as yourself can benefit from, like, total control over your music, right? Because everything is about control, distribution of it, especially with, like, cryptocurrencies and blockchains and stuff like that. Do you dabble in any of that stuff?
Man, this is a loaded question too. Yeah, I mean, I know the big talk nowadays is, NFTs and crypto and all that. But to keep it absolutely 100, I have no idea how the hell they work. I mean, I know a little bit about it, but, not enough to really comment on it, I probably should do some reading up on it, though, but, in regards to this question, I really can't comment because, I don't really know enough about it. But, shout out to everybody on Twitter and in the social media world that's changing, their names to .eth,
About this girl named Yvette. She lives out in Queens, push the red gold back. She's pumping weight in and out of state, lights and blade. See your lifestyle is straight weight. She's into licking shots, stick your block style. Is shorty on the team, shorty's into picking locks, making cheese, taking trips cross seas, talking up to date fashion, cash they be stashing. It's with the cats that love packing gats, bulletproof vests, bulletproof baseball hats. Her and the pool stay right, getting high too. Scoops and Jeeps got peeps down on God Brew. It's all the same shame, just a different name. Shorty sniffing game, just to maintain. Shorty nice, shorty got gold game. Shorty me too, always pass me some Jesus. The lifestyles of the rich and shameless. Some die with the name, some die nameless. It's all the same game, all the same thing, all the same thing, it's all the same game.
Hey, what up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. It's your friendly neighborhood Namekian, a.k.a. Tatsumaki, and you are now listening to The Wreck Show with Gldnmnd.
I wonder if we could look closely at some lines from It Ain't Hard to Tell. And I'm wondering if you would just read it for us.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele. My mic check is life or death, breathing a sniper's breath. I exhale the yellow smoke of Buddha through righteous steps. Deep like the shining, sparkle like a diamond. Sneaker Uzi on the island, and my army jacket lining hit the earth like a comet. Invasion, Nazis like the Afrocentric Asian. Half man, half amazing. Cause in my physical, I can express through song. Delete stress like Motrin, then extend strong. I drink my wet with Medusa, give us shotguns in hell. From the split that I lift and inhale, it ain't hard to tell.
Take care of his children, to raise his children to be men and women in the T-Solve structure which is built to deny that I can be a human being.
The Buddha monks in your funk, turn the bass up. Knock stories by Aesop. Place your loot up, parties I shoot up. Nines to analyze, drop a jewel. Inhale from the L, school of full well. You feel it like Braille, it ain't hard to tell. I kick a skill like Shaquille holds a pill. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Plusmatic, I freak beat, slam it like Iron Sheik. Jam like a tech with correct techniques. So analyze me, surprise me, but can't magnetize me. Scanning while you're planning ways to sabotage me. I leave a froze like heroin in your nose. Nines I rock well, it ain't hard to tell. It's what your frame of mind is chosen. I leave your brain stimulated. Niggas is frozen. Speak with criminal slang. Begin like a violin. End like Leviathan is deep. Well, let me try again. Wisdom be leaking out my grapefruit troop. I dominate break loops. Giving mics ministerial cycles. Streets disciple. I rock beats that's mega trifle. And groove even smoother than moves by Villanova. You're still a soldier. I'm like Sly Stone and Cobra. Packing like a roster in the weak spot. Vocals are squeezed Glocks and CZs drop. Though they need not to sneak. My poetry's deep. I never fell. Nas's rap should be locked in a cell. It ain't hard to tell.
If he would make you realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are with all that old compromise and sweet talk. Stop sweet talking. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
In 2022, man, I'm really trying to focus on putting out projects, man. I spent a lot of 2021 doing challenges and doing beat battles. And, don't get me wrong, man. Those got me a lot of recognition, especially, the Smack Pack one where, I made the finals and stuff. But, this year I kind of want to focus on, just creating and, elaborating, in my own world, so to speak, I'm actually aiming to release something in February and, hopefully a lot more small projects in between on Bandcamp. So, be on the lookout for that. People can check me out. I got a SoundCloud, I got a Bandcamp, YTC Music. And for the most part, they can see a lot of my music and follow me on IG and Twitter. IG, it's YTC Music, and on Twitter, it's YTC_music. That's where y'all could check out more YTC and follow me for the latest on everything YTC Music.
Yeah, man. Y'all check YTC Music out, man. I'm gonna leave his socials in the link in the description. Bandcamp, Apple Music, Spotify, all that type of stuff, man. So if you can click on the links, check them out, man. Support them, man, as much as you can or willing to, man, if you feel the need to do that. But yeah, man, YTC, I appreciate you, man, for being on the show. I appreciate you for spending the time and saying yes and gracing us with your presence, and hopefully somebody get some jewels out of these. The time that we spent doing this. And yeah, man, if y'all are enjoying this show, let me know, man. Leave a comment in the description of these shows. Leave a comment on Bandcamp. Let me know on Twitter or Instagram, all that stuff, man. So trying to get more dope producers on the show. And yeah, man, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a good year. So yeah, man. But we'll be back, man. Episode 33 with your host, Gldnmnd. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves, man. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. You feel me? Yeah.
tell like younger kids or other dudes like that's cheating. You can't really do that with your girl. Like when it comes to this producing shit, you can do whatever you want.
You've been listening to the Rec Show podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Remember 3 things. Believe in your music. Take care of your mental. Become the best version of yourself. Until the next one, Gldnmnd signing off. Peace and love, yo.
To be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime.